the US president has again lashed out at Australia and other allies for not being more supportive of the war with Iran. Donald Trump was taking questions as he departed the White House. Let's bring in Chantel Alkhouri now in Washington. Chantel, good morning. OK, so what has Donald Trump said this time?
Well, the president has repeatedly criticised Australia and other allies, particularly NATO, throughout the course of this war for what he says is a lack of support for the war in Iran and to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. So these comments from the president were not entirely surprising. We did hear shortly after from the Treasurer, Jim Chalmers, who says that he was not aware of a formal request from the US to Australia to assist along the lines that Mr. Trump has been describing. We do know that he was asked a question about Australia's recent boost in defence spending. He didn't answer that question directly. He instead took the opportunity to revisit some of those criticisms of Australia. Take a listen to his comments.
Well, I'm not happy with Australia because they were not there when we asked them to be there. So Australia,
what did you ask for?
Australia was another one. They were not there having to do with Hormuz, the Hormuz.
What do you mean by that?
I'm not happy. I'm not happy with it.
Why?
Chantel, what did Donald Trump say about the chance of a peace deal with Iran?
Well, he says those conversations to secure further peace talks are going very well. He's hinted at a meeting happening this weekend. There's no confirmation or extra detail about that, but we do know that Pakistani mediators have been working towards this. Meanwhile, we have heard from the Secretary of Defence, Pete Hegseth. He's renewed threats to target energy infrastructure if a peace deal is not secured with Iran. We know that intentionally targeting that civilian infrastructure could constitute a war crime under international law. He also said that the US naval blockade on Iranian ports could continue for as long as it takes to make a peace deal. Iran has meanwhile threatened military retaliation if that blockade continues. They've also said that they believe it's a breach of the ceasefire for that blockade to continue, a ceasefire which is set to expire next week.